Fighting Saints soccer, a CCAC matchup tonight between the Saints and the Trojans of Trinity International University. My name is Terry Bonadonna. I'm the call for tonight's game as the Saints try to make it a clean sweep over the Trojans in soccer tonight. The women's team just took care of business with a 2-0 victory, the first win in program history against Trinity International. The men's team has had a little bit more success over the years against Trinity International, but over the last couple of seasons they have not been able to come up with too many big victories, not only against Trinity International, but in conference play overall. They come into today 1-7, 0-4 in the CCAC. Trinity is 3-4-2. 2 wins, no losses, 1 tie in conference play. St. Francis is wearing white, going from left to right on your screens here in the first half. Trinity International is wearing blue, going from right to left here in the first half, and they're underway with St. Francis in control of the ball first. I'll read off the starters for you one more time, just a moment, but first we see the ball go out of bounds. Trinity will get a goal kick. For the visiting Trinity International Trojans, the starters are Peter Cooey, Francesco Di Felice, Zach Regas, Christian Street, TJ Cake, Noah Smith, Nathaniel Michaelis, Brennan Joseph, Phil Parker, and Wesley Ditchfield. Their goalkeeper is Jared Yonke, a junior out of Zion, Illinois. Yonke has already been slightly involved in today's game, getting a goal kick a moment ago, and now the Trojans are working their way down the field. They lose the ball out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for St. Francis. Yonke this season has started 7 of his team's 9 games. So he has gotten a lion's share of the playing time for Trinity International in goals. He's allowed 13 goals this season, an average of 1.83 per contest, with a 7-11 save percentage. On the move, the Trojans once again and cleared out of bounds. The starters for St. Francis: Aaron Ortega, Mason Messina, Abel Trujillo, Mohamed Rashid, Anthony Scripp, Connor Hamoudi, Michael Santillo, Stephen Campbell, Roberto Santillan, Leon Leskowski, and in goal, the freshman Noah Jawdatz out of Manuka High School. Jawdatz has been very good as a freshman goalkeeper this year for St. Francis. He has started 7, and this is now his 8th start out of 19 games. He's allowed 15 total goals, an average of 2.12 per contest, with a 7.27 save percentage. Currently 3rd in the CCAC, averaging 5.71 saves per game. It's not necessarily a good thing. There have been too many shots sent his way that St. Francis is trying to cut down on those attempts from the Trojans today. It is a Saints throw-in from the far side. Stephen Campbell, the one tossing it in. Controlled off the throw-in by Anthony Scripp, but he loses it out of bounds. And the throw-in will go to Trinity International. Tossing it in for the Trojans is Wes Ditchfield. Middle of the field, the ball high up in the air, and it is controlled by Trinity. Still in possession of the ball right now, 42.5 minutes to go in the first half, and we're just about 2.5 minutes into the game. TJ Cake will take a free kick here from about 42 yards out, just to the right of the net. Cake chips it into the box. It's off the head of a Trojan and cleared by the Saints, at least for the moment. DeFelice still in control of the ball for Trinity, and now taken away by St. Francis's Crowder Moody. Knocked out of bounds. Another throw-in coming up for Trinity. They have handled possession of the ball early in this game. Down the sideline, still in possession of Trinity International, but cleared out of bounds by Michael Santillo. Nice job jumping in front of that ball, but despite his ability to clear it there, it's right back out of bounds, and another throw-in for Trinity. Deep in St. Francis territory, so the visiting side still controlling possession here. They've scarcely given it up over the first 4 minutes of today's game. This is Noah Smith tossing it in. Smith lobs it right in front of the goal, and it's booted away by Abel Trujillo. And there's the clearance from Moody. Right back to Trinity, but at least for the time being, the Saints are out of harm's way with a nice defensive stand. Along the sideline, on the far side, that goes out of bounds and was last touched by Trinity International. Campbell throws it in. That was off of Campbell and taken away by Trinity's Nathaniel Michaelis. On the left side, one-on-one opportunity here for the Trojans, and it's kicked out of bounds along the left side. Lodged back in bounds in the box. An attempted cross from Zach Reagan is deflected out of bounds. That'll go out off of Michael Santillo for a corner kick. First corner kick of the game, and it comes from the team in blue. They've got 2 players down there right now, so it could be either DeFelice or Reagan taking the kick. They play it short, and now into the backside. A kick in the box and cleared away by Rashid. Saints once again dodge an early bullet, but the Trojans are still on the attack. This is Noah Smith. Battle for the ball, smacked towards the sideline, and kicked by Smith all the way back to the goalkeeper. Jared Yonke elected not to pick it up. Instead, he gave it a big kick downfield, and the Saints are still on the attack now as there is a collision. No call made as Phil Parker and Connor Moody ran into each other. Now the ball loose in Trinity territory, bounces back into the box, and Yonke will direct everybody else not to touch it. He lets the ball roll back into his hands, and he scoops it up, sets and punts it away. Just about 39 minutes to play in the first half. A lot of chances early on for the Trojans, no score yet though. Down on the far sideline for Trinity, they'll carry it all the way into the corner. And the flag goes up, it was out of bounds as Brian Joseph could not keep it alive. Rashid gives it a big kick across midfield, headed right back in the other direction. Saints keep it alive. Working his way back to the defensive side is Leon Laskowski. And now across midfield, Trinity takes it away. Brennan Joseph working on that ball. And some pushing and shoving going on between Francesco DeFelice and Connor Moody. The whistle blows, the foul is called against St. Francis's Moody. Free kick here for Trinity International's TJK near midfield on the left side. Kay gives a big left-handed kick down to the box on the right side. Headed up in the air, still a loose ball, and cleared by Santillo. Nice defense there by the veteran defender for St. Francis. Santillo, sophomore from Plainfield South High School. And here's Abel Trujillo. Trujillo down to the right corner. He tries to back his way out, well defended by Noah Smith. There's the attempt to cross, and it goes out of bounds. Deflected out by Noah Smith of Trinity International University. The first corner kick attempt of the game now for St. Francis coming up. And it's set up in the corner by Connor Moody. Saints start off back on this corner kick. Now one of them comes forward. It's Anthony Script. The ball goes into the center of the field. No white shirts are there. easily cleared by Trinity. They cleared out to midfield and out of bounds. Ortega will lob it back into play. St. Francis does have possession here. It's Laskowski working against a couple of defenders. Ball deflected back to him. He finds Moody. Moody trying to find Abel Trujillo down in the corner, but too far out of his reach, out of bounds. That'll set up a goal kick. 36:45 to play. In the first half of the scoreless game, we're nearly 10 minutes into this one. Saints looking for their first conference victory of the season. The Trojans looking to stay unbeaten. They do have one tie. Parker chips it ahead, and it's intercepted by Santillo. Now here come the Trojans once again. Light touch from Stephen Campbell, and the Trojans get it right back. There's a cross. Ortega attempts a sliding stop. The kick gets away, but it's out of bounds. So Ortega does a nice job, at least, of getting in the way of Christian Street, not allowing him a clean shot. The shot was deflected out of bounds by Ortega. And that makes this a corner kick for Trinity, their second of the game. They had one from the opposite end a little while ago. Did not result in a goal. Zach Reagan sends it in front of the net, and it's cleared by St. Francis. Out of bounds for a Trojans throw-in. No score yet in this game, though the Trojans have had more opportunities in where they're going. Noah Smith comes up from the defensive line to throw this ball in from the far sideline. Smith tosses in front of the net. It's headed away and knocked into the back of the net. A goal for the Trinity International Trojans. And there was a bit of confusion in front of the net as the Saints tried to clear it off the throw. A miss hit. I believe it was Brendan Joseph who was ultimately able to put that ball in past the diving Noah Jordan. 10 minutes in, Trinity breaks the scoreless tie, an early goal for the Trojans, and a disappointing start for the Saints, that only have now found themselves behind 1-0. But they also haven't had much success in any way on the field up to this point. Trinity really had knocked on the door the whole time, and the one saving grace for the Saints is that they had not allowed anybody to score. Anytime you remain tied, no matter how poorly you played, you got a chance to turn it around. They still have a chance to turn it around here. Now they'll have to do so while trying to play catch-up. Ball loose at midfield. That's Ortega heading it across. And right back the other way, Christian Streets. Knocked out of bounds. Long run made by Francesco Di Felice. Knocked away from him by the Saints. Trinity in possession off the throw-in. Hit high into the air but kept alive. And knocked down once again by St. Francis. There's Leon Laskowski at midfield, unable to control that ball off the hop. Teams heading back and forth for the moment. She clears it. Back to Trojans. Here comes Laskowski. Nobody out in front of him as far as St. Francis goes. So he was essentially triple-teamed by the Trinity International defense there, and he had nowhere to go with the ball. Eventually gave it up. Back into the St. Francis box, and Noah Jordan will kick it out to his defense. Ahead, and the whistle blows going the other way. St. Francis with a free kick. 33 minutes to play in the first half. 1-0 the early lead for the Trinity International Trojans. Stephen Campbell gives a good kick downfield. Scouts trying to track that ball down, but it was knocked out by a man wearing blue. That makes the Saints throw in. into the box and headed away. Smith on the defense there, cleared by the Trojans. Ortega trying to push it right back in the Fighting Saints direction. Out of bounds, it'll be a St. Francis throw-in. Saints came in 0-4 in conference. They went winless in conference play last year. Last time they won a game in the CCAC came against the Trinity International Trojans. We're hoping history repeats itself this year, nearly 2 years after their last CCAC triumph. That was on November 1st of 2014. Into Kataraburi off the throw, it's taken away from him. And the whistle blows as it's going to be a foul against Trinity. Nobody set to take it. He sends it on a hop into the box and all the way out the back line for the old kid. Seems to be the case for the Saints right now. That's the way things have been going. Every time they have been able to get the ball down to Trinity International territory, they've almost immediately knocked it out of bounds, giving up a goal kick. Big swat down the field, right around the midfield line. It is played by Trinity first. Saints trying to take possession, a sliding stop at midfield, and it's knocked out of bounds by the Trojans. No less touched by the Fighting Saints. No less touched by the Trojans. Saints get the throw in from the far side. Stephen Campbell tosses it to Kataraburi. Here's Laskowski. Swung all the way around to Aaron Ortega on the right. Ortega to the sideline, finds Abel Trujillo. One touch, it's back to Mason Messina. Messina trying to work around the defender. Noah Smith steps in his way. Smith makes the stop of Messina. Back to Hamudi, and we will try to set up the offensive attack once again. Big kick down the left side. Anthony Scribb unable to control it. Now the ball loose at midfield, nobody there and loose, so an easy stop from Michael Santillo. Santillo boots in the other direction, headed away by Trinity International. DeFelice controls it for the Trojans. There's Mohamed Rashid defensively for the Saints. A half hour to play in the first half. 1-0, Trinity International has the lead. Scored a goal just about 10 minutes in, almost to the second. And Laskowski passes off towards the center of the field and makes Messina. Messina ahead for Trujillo, can't find him. Nice defense there by Christian Street. He was able to jump that pass. In front of Abel Trujillo, preventing the ball from getting to Trujillo and not allowing the Saints to get a shot off. Kick from Aaron Ortega, but intercepted. Ortega steps in front once again, knocks away from Phil Parker. Out of bounds along the near sideline. They'll have to back that one way up before they can throw it in. Tried to toss it about 20 yards, I think, further up, the ball actually went out. Street down the sideline, and was able to step in front of the striker and knock it away. We're going to take Nathaniel Michaelis from getting any kind of shot off there. Here's Stephen Campbell. Campbell along the far side, rolls it out of bounds. Throwing it for West Ditchfield. Knocked back by St. Francis to Messina. Rid of Hamudi. Scribb back to Messina. Messina tripped up, and there's your call. Free kick for the Saints. 28 minutes to play in the first half. St. Francis has not yet been able to get a good shot off. And it won't happen here either, as Mohamed Rashid's pass is intercepted by Zach Regas. Now into the box, there's a shot. John's able to stick his foot out and make the save. The ball still loose. Another shot deflected by the defender and cleared by St. Francis. Great sequence right there as Nathaniel Michaelis made a big run. Jawdat was able to make a kick save initially, and then his defense stepped up as the ball was bouncing around right in front of the net. The Trojans tried to score again. A couple of defenders got back and prevented it, with Jawdat out of the picture after making the sliding save in the first place. Now the Saints on the counterattack. They keep the momentum in their favor, lose control of the ball. DJ Cake takes it for the Trojans. Cake rolls it ahead, looking for Parker. Instead, he finds Aaron Ortega there to intercept the ball. Noah Smith defensively for the Trojans, ahead for his teammate Christian Streets. Able to Trujillo there to box him out and force that ball out of bounds. So the Saints will get a throw in. It's Aaron Ortega doing the honors. Ortega into Howie, unable to control it. Nearly taken away, but Ortega kept it alive before losing possession. Now again, here's Zach Reagan. Backwards kick off to Christian Street. Street works his way between a couple of defenders, but he can't get by like Santillo. Santillo knocks it out of bounds for a throw-in. Christian Street, that's K-R-Y-S-T-I-N. Ball off for Noah Smith to make the throw-in. Smith wipes the ball off for tossing in. There was a lot of rain earlier, so the field is very wet. It's not hurting any rain. There's a distant fog in the area. Thrown into the box in front of the net, and a shot goes high and over the crossbar. Goal kick coming up for the Fighting Saints. Manchester City took the shot. Their first goal came directly from a throw-in. We're trying to do it again right here. Didn't happen. We're not able to double their lead. Jawdat will set it up for the goal kick. Pressure moves down the right side of the field, headed back by Felice. Here are the Saints once again. The script loses control. The Trojans will play it for the defensive end. Cross midfield. On the sheet, Ortega. Back to the sheet, rolls off to Abel Trujillo. Trujillo, one touches, and they take it away from him. Now he's got a handball. That's about as clear a handball as there's ever been. Aaron Ortega, I'm sure it's just an instinctual thing. The ball was coming to him, he wanted to stop it, so he just reached his hand out and knocked the ball down. And had a chance to control it going forward, but of course, he can't let that one go. Whistle for the handball. Just under 25 minutes to play and a half. Trinity International has a free kick from just to the St. Francis end of midfield. Kick from TJ Cake into the box. Bounces once, headed away. Stephen Campbell got his head on that ball. Now to the corner. Out the back line for a corner kick. Not happy about the call. He thought Felice was the last one to touch it and it should be a goal kick. Instead, it will go as a corner kick. Felice sets it up, kicks it to the backside. A deflection from Leon Laskowski preventing the score right there. Zach Reagan trying to put one in. But Laskowski, who is not known as a defensive player, is listed as a forward for St. Francis, helping out defensively because of the corner kick. Up with the big stop right there. Noah Smith will throw it in from the opposite corner. Smith's toss goes right in front of the net. It's headed away by Santillo and cleared, at least for the moment, by Roberto Santillo. Another throw in for Smith from a similar location again. Tosses it right in front of the net. Again, it's headed away by St. Francis, this time completely out of the box. Up in the air, headed outside the box once again. And here is Connor Hamoudi controlling the ball and finally clearing it for the Fighting Saints. Trujillo takes it up in the air and out of bounds along the sideline. Throw in for the Trojans. Ortega on the defense sets up Hamoudi. Get that ball down the middle of the field. Laskowski trying to chase it down, but it is picked up by the Trojans. On the far end of the field, this is Brennan Joseph. Ahead to Felice. Now Joseph once again, tackled away from him. Here's Anthony Scripp across midfield. Leon Laskowski gets the pass to Scripp. Laskowski cuts it back towards the middle. Now a big cross to Abel Trujillo, headed away by Christian Streets. Here comes Zach Regas. They get out the entire way by Santini, but it is picked off by Aaron Ortega. Trujillo back to Moody. He's trying to make a run. Just past the halfway point of this first period. Nice ball work by Stephen Campbell to get around DeFelice, but DeFelice comes back from behind and tackles the ball away. Now he comes down the near sideline. DeFelice against Ortega, blows by him. DeFelice now down into the box. He passes off to the center of the field. Didn't get a lot on that, but there's a shot a little bit high from TJ King. Out of bounds. Great setup there for Trinity International, and they just missed their second goal. TJ had a clean shot from about 20 yards out. Right on target, just a little bit high. Sail over the net. Roberto Santini giving up to Tyler Moody. Rolls to the outside. Ortega up to Abel Trujillo. Trinity International in control. Quickly changed by Anthony Scripp, who takes the ball away, rolls ahead for Trujillo. Trujillo is battling with Christian Street for the ball, and Street wins that battle. As Trujillo was the last one to touch it before it went out to the back line for a goal kick. 1-0 Trinity International. That's been our score for the last 14 minutes. He's been able to step up defensively since then. They have not been able to come up with the equalizer. The first to have that ball off the goal kick. And Trinity International territory, and headed back to midfield. There's Tyler Hamoudi working off to the left side. Brennan Joseph jumps in front of him and does not allow Hamoudi to keep the ball in bounds. But it was last touched by the Trojans, so the Saints get a throw in down the far sideline. Stephen Campbell sets his feet, looking for help. Finds it in the form of Leon Laskowski, who knocks the ball right back out of bounds. Now a throw in for the Trojans. And they lose possession very quickly. Take it backwards. Both teams trading possession now with long kicks. Out of bounds, another Trinity throw in. Wesley Ditchfield will do the honors as he lobs it in to DeFelice. To the left side, this is Noah Smith. Smith looking downfield. His attempted through ball is deflected. Nice kick by Laskowski. Messina on the run now. He's got two defenders. He cuts his way in between a few of them. Now pass back. Shot from Laskowski. Saved by a great run by Messina though. Zigzagging his way between defenders. He never ended up getting a clear shot on the net, but he was able to pass it back to Laskowski. He did take a good shot, just didn't quite get it where he needed to. Johnny was able to a relatively easy save. Noah Jodat on the other end picks up that loose ball and it bounces its way towards him, and he punts it away across midfield. Here's a little Trujillo. Trujillo passes off to Messina, it's deflected, taken away, and knocked out of bounds by Tyler Moody. And a half showing on the clock. Teams switch sides in the second half. Let's throw in for St. Francis. Aaron Ortega from just over 30 yards outside the net. There's Trujillo losing the ball to Reagan. And out of bounds, last touched by Reagan. The Saints will throw it backwards from out of bounds. Moody gets the ball from Santilla. Moody rolls it forward, doesn't find its target. It's cleared by the Trojans. Here's Messina. Messina making a move once again for the Fighting Saints. Rolled off to the left side. Battled down towards the back line. It's knocked out of bounds for a quarter kick. Run by Anthony Script there. Corner kick will be taken by Connor Moody. Did the same thing the last time he had a corner kick, which was on the other side of the field. Now work out for the Saints that time around. They'll try to turn it into a goal right here. Moody plays it short to Abel Trujillo, running back to Connor Moody, and he couldn't get it. Trujillo couldn't get the ball to Connor Moody. It was taken away by Christian Street. Street was working his way down the field, and Moody grabbed him and pulled him back from behind. And he just whistled for a foul, and they'll get a yellow card on top of it. So that comes from pulling Christian Street from behind on the pass from Abel Trujillo intended for Moody. $17:05 to go in the first half. Rain is falling here in Joliet, but just a mist for the moment. Reagan passes back for TJ K. Klaskowski's able to get further that pass and knock it off towards Mason Messina. Messina loses control, right back to the Trojans. Here's Street getting around Santillo, but he cannot get around Muhammad Rashid. For Laskowski. Laskowski on the left side, Anthony Script. Script going downfield. A little run for him. Cuts it back to the Turtles. A shot for Script. Wide to the right and out of bounds. It was deflected, so it's a corner kick. Saints have been much better on the attack over the last few minutes. Now they're getting another chance on a corner kick. One for Connor Moody just a moment ago led immediately to his yellow card. This time around the other side, this time he'll play it back to the other side of the net. Rashid trying to control it in the box, he hits it up into the air. He can't quite get it down. Now Rashid does track that ball down, but he's on the sideline and loses it out of bounds. And throw it for the Trojans. Trojans give it up. Back to the Saints, and now cleared once again. Out of bounds for St. Francis, throw near midfield now. Stephen Campbell will throw. There's Anthony Script. Passes back to Santillo. Works his way across the field to Aaron Ortega. Now Trujillo. Trujillo one touch ahead, finds Mason Messina. Messina working against Noah Smith. Into the box, Smith muscles him off the ball and takes it away. Well defended by Noah Smith. Deflected away from Connor Moody right there. That was a good defensive play as well and sets up an attack from Francesco Di Felice. Knocked ahead in a foot race with Stephen Campbell, and Campbell slides out in front of him and knocks the ball out of bounds along the sideline for a Trinity throw-in. Substitution here for Trinity International. Kyle McNamara, sophomore midfielder, comes in. Phil Parker comes out. Noah Smith will get this ball in from the corner, not a corner kick, but a throw-in. Very near that flag. Thrown into the front of the box, headed away. He's going to his head on as well, knocks it out of the danger zone, but there's a shot from deep and it's in. From Zach Reagan, way outside. Nearly 30 yards out, Reagan was able to score. And it looked like the Saints had done a good job of avoiding trouble there because they cleared it out of the box after the throw initially put it in there. The ball ricocheted out to Reagan from deep range. A long shot, and he was able to score. It's now 2-0 Trinity International. This one comes with exactly 14 minutes to play in the first half. For Zach Reagan, that is goal number 4 this season. And it leads the team. He's got 12 points this year. His 4 assists also lead the team. Time man for the ball and a whistle blows. Referee bringing Aaron Ortega and Nathaniel Michaelis together, talking this one over before the Saints will get their free kick. Because away from Ortega, steep downfield, but it's headed back by Trinity. Woody trying to control it. He taps off right with Trujillo. Take it away from Trujillo, a slide tackle, and a foul call on Woody. Going for the ball, he took out Zach Reagan. It was a hard fall from Reagan, not a malicious tackle from Moody, but he's got to be careful because he's already playing with a yellow card. It didn't look terribly vicious, but it was a hard fall. Reagan was down around for a little bit and made it tough. It's cleared by St. Francis right there, and Moody down across midfield. And back the other way by the Trojans. They're trying to stay on offense with their 2-goal lead late here in the first half. Felice gets around Ortega. Down into the corner, trying to work his way back out. Picks up the Reagan. Street down to the opposite end of the field into the corner and picked off by St. Francis. Strip looking to clear that ball. It's knocked away from him and out of bounds. Throwing here for Trinity International. Coming down just a little bit harder now. So once again, umbrellas pop up around the stadium. Rashid looking to direct the offense. Rashid deep down the right side. Ball run for Abel Trujillo. Trujillo can't get there with Christian Street his way. Felice for the Trojans. Nice taking control of that ball. Juggling off his knee. Passes off to the right side. Stephen Campbell on the defense. Campbell trailing Brennan Joseph the whole way. Joseph down the far sideline. Trying to turn the corner. He can't do it, but Campbell falls down. Now Joseph does have a clean cross. And the kick is completely missed by Kyle McNamara. McNamara had a clean shot there, but he whiffed on his attempt. And the Saints catch a big break. There's Noah Smith for the Trojans and Eddie Felice. Sent forward by TJ Cake and deflected back the other way. Now it's Anthony Scripp. Scripp gives a big kick downfield. That ball will roll all the way back into the opposite end. Goalkeeper's box and an easy pickup for Jared Yonke. Approaching the 10-minute mark here in the first half. Our score is 2-0 Trinity International. Francis, which has not had a strong offensive attack throughout this season, is really going to need to get it going at some point today to have any shot. Good news is they have scored 2 goals in every home game this year. Bad news is they've never scored 3. Nick Miller is in the game providing a little extra offense for the Saints with Abel Trujillo taking the seat. Miller actually primarily a defender playing offense now in place of Trujillo. Mason Messina making a run. Messina ahead for Laskowski, but he pushed it a little bit too hard and too far out in front of him. It goes out the back line for a goal kick. Yonke will set it up in whatever position he prefers. And he'll send it away. And towards the sideline by Reagan. And it's knocked out by McNamara. Ortega will toss it in for the Saints. the chest of Reagan. Back towards midfield. Saints move forward from Laskowski. Can't find him. And there's Reagan again for DeFelice passes off to his right. Trojans still in control as Brennan Joseph trying to hook up with West Ditchfield. Didn't quite know where Ditchfield was. So he kicks behind him and out of bounds as a throw-in for the Saints as they try to make a move. Continue to try to make a move. Trojans have been good about thwarting them all night. Down to 8 minutes to play here in the first half. And our score remains Trinity 2, St. Francis nothing. Santillo fighting for that ball. Santino will win. Santillo gives a big kick downfield with his foot up in the air. There was a collision and a foul is called, which will give the Fighting Saints a free kick here from their own defensive end. Roll it out there, trying to keep a little possession here, develop a good scoring chance where perhaps they can get a few shots off. There haven't been too many of them for Yonke to stop today. Headed back by McNamara and kept in the air by the Trojans, but Aaron Ortega is able to intercept for St. Francis to Mason Messina. Back to Kyler Hamoudi, who's been a little bit more quiet over the last couple of minutes. Now Anthony Scripp. Scripp sends it towards the box, looking for the head, perhaps of Miller. The too tall for Miller, out of bounds. Goal kick coming up. Yonke's got the ball all set for goal kick. Yonke's had quite a few of those today. Substitute coming on for Trinity International. Brennan Joseph is coming out. New player in the game is Luke Stell, freshman from Plainfield High School. Ball loose in Trinity territory and now clear across midfield to McNamara. His first touch goes back to DeFelice. DeFelice trying to send it through and the play hook up with Nathaniel Michaelis. It's down into the corner. Michaelis trying to keep it alive. Ball is knocked out of bounds for a St. Francis throw-in. Michaelis tossed it in. The line judge the whole way was indicating that it was, in fact, St. Francis's ball. Into the box. Rashid is unable to connect on the kick, and that created a scoring chance for Trinity. That ball is kicked high into the air. 3 Trojans down there near the ball right now as Ortega kicks it up near the sideline, still in bounds though. McNamara wins that battle with Ortega. Kyler Moody jumps in front of him and knocks it away, but now it's right back to the Trojans. This is DeFelice deflected away from him by Nick Miller out of bounds. 5:20 on the clock. Tossed in by Christian Street. Nice defense by Michael Santillo, who jumps in front of that ball, knocks it down with his chest, and kicks it out of bounds. Trojans will get another throw in here. Noah Smith comes all the way up from the defensive side to make the toss. Lobbed it in front of the net. Kick up in the air, and Miller is not able to clear it. Estimated Aaron Ortega was, but again, right out of bounds. Another Trinity throw-in coming here. Noah Smith keep the pressure on. Both of their goals have come off of throw-ins in one way or another. Right in front of the net, there's a swing and a miss from Luke Stell, who had a chance to score a goal right there. Would have been his first collegiate goal. He had a fairly open shot, but he missed on his attempt. So now the ball goes out of bounds, and the Saints will finally have a free opportunity to clear this one with a goal kick. Miguel Duran comes in for Anthony Scripp for the Fighting Saints. Saints in possession of the ball at the moment. This is Stephen Campbell trying to keep it alive for St. Francis. Towards the middle of the field, Mason can't quite reach it. Felicia is hooked out from behind by Nick Miller, and the Saints get it back. Here's Mason Messina. Messina pushes to the ground, no whistle blows, and the play will continue as Ortega knocks that ball down back to the Saints. Connor Moody releases Messina ahead for Nick Miller. Miller working his way around the defender. He takes deep shots deflected. Right over Santian. Finds Laskowski. Laskowski looking ahead for Miguel Duran. Too strong and out of bounds. Sustained attack there from the Saints, but it does not turn into a goal. Instead, Jerry Yonke sends it away from his area once again. Lands right at midfield. Santina heads it forward. DJ turns around and pushes it out of bounds. Saints will get a throw in. Rain is once again slowed down. Coming down pretty hard for a couple of minutes there. Very wet playing surface, but the immediate precipitation shouldn't have much impact on the game right now. Santillo looking for Rashid for a shot and out of bounds. Trinity International will wait for their entire team to get a chance to move downfield before throwing it in here. They lead 2-0. Kick from the outside, past McNamara's foot. Cleared by Ortega. Santin heads it once to the far side. Luke Stella's on the receiving end of that. Stella ahead for McNamara. Cleared away once again. There's a good shove from behind midfield. And out to the Saints. Whistle blows. Looks like we've got a booking here with 1:41 to go in the first half. The yellow call for Peter Cooey, sophomore midfielder from Wisconsin. Gave Laskowski a shove in the back and got him in the head. Which created a little extra pain as he jumped up from behind him. 1:41, the clock frozen for the moment. Yellow card to Cooey. CUI, Cooey. Rashid kicks it down towards the box. It's headed forward for St. Francis. It doesn't go anywhere. And now another foul call, and this one right near the net. The Saints will get another free kick. Big opportunity now. Just 20 seconds after the last one was called. Mohamed Rashid, about 25 yards out. Nearly dead center. Very good at free kicks. And trying to put the Saints on the board here in the final minute of the first half. 1:06 is where the clock is at right now. Stop for the moment. Rashid approaches, plays it short around the defense. There's a shot to save. Very well designed play. Connor Moody slipped in behind the defense. A perfect pass from Rashid, but Yonke was able to step up and save the shot from Moody and keep this shutout alive. That would have been a huge one for St. Francis going into the half. They nearly made it a 2-1 game. Instead, it looks like in all likelihood it will still be 2-0 going into the break unless the Saints can pull something off very quickly here with just 30 seconds remaining in the half and the clock still running before Yonke makes the approach on this kick. Yonke sends it down across midfield. Headed up in the air, Nick Miller pushes it forward. Foul called on St. Francis. 15 seconds to go. And the Trojans will act quickly to try to get a third goal before halftime. Laskowski needs to back up. There's the kick down into the box. Looking for a blue-shirted head, but instead of the Mohamed Rashid heading away, that is how the first half will end. 2-0, Trinity International has the lead. The Saints very nearly cut that lead in half in the final minute. We had a great scoring chance. Beautiful save made by Jared Yonke. Pretty much put an end to the first half, and we will take a break. 15 minutes still to play, or I should say 15 minutes until we continue play. 45 minutes remaining still in the game, and St. Francis has their work cut out for them. They trail by 2 as they look for their first CCAC victory of the year. Back in 15 with the second half. Second half just about set to begin here at St. Francis. The Saints trail the Trinity International Trojans 2-0 through 45 minutes of today's game. And now as we start the second half, the two teams have switched sides, and Trinity International gets the first touch, the blue team going left to right, Saints and Whites going from right to left. First kick of the game, or the first kick of the half, I should say, goes out of bounds. So the Saints get a quick goal kick. Stats from the first half are actually pretty even, other than obviously in the goals column where it's 2-0. But there have only been 3 shots for Trinity International that have gone on goal compared to 2 for St. Francis. Overall shots are significantly in the Trojans' favor at 8-3. Jada has made 1 save. Jared Yonke has made 2 saves. Certainly the play of the game from Jared Yonke came in the final minute of that first half when Mohamed Rashid passed off to, I'm trying to remember, it was Qatar Hamoudi, who took the shot off the free kick in the final minute of the first half, and Hamoudi just couldn't quite put it in because Yonke made a good save on it. That was a big moment in the game because it looked like St. Francis had a good chance to make it 2-1 at halftime. Instead, they still trailed 2-0. They've got a lot of work to do over the final now 43 minutes and 50 seconds of this game. Off the throw-in, there is an injured Saints down on the opposite side of the field. Collision there between Phil Parker of Trinity International and injured Saints. I've been able to tell who it is yet. 43:38 on the clock, and it has come to a stop for the time being while they tended to the injured player. He's been hunched over for a while, but he is up on his knees right now. Let's do a quick scoring recap from the first half. You know how we got to where we are. It was 10 minutes into the game that Brendan Joseph scored his first goal as a collegiate athlete. The freshman scored right off the Noah Smith throw-in. So Smith picked up the assist. It was his first of the year, and it came without him even touching the ball with his foot. He threw it in, and Joseph was able to score. It was 1-0. That remained in the score for the next 21 minutes when Zach Reagans picked up the second goal. Reagans scored off of another throw. This time it was thrown in and it was deflected away by St. Francis, so it wasn't an assist from Smith again. It was deflected away by St. Francis and then right back to Reagan, who scored his 4th goal of the year to make it 2-0. That was 31 minutes in. Now we're in the second half, the score is still 2-0. Back underway, there's a new player on the field for St. Francis. It's Jose Estrada as of the injured player. Trying to make a run into the box, pulls up, has to pass back to Messina. Messina kicks it forward, but well wide of the net and out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick. The injury is still being dealt with beyond the perimeter of the field down on the far side right now. So again, Estrada is in for the time being, just to get the Saints back to 11 players. His goal kick is away. Down the middle of the field. Estrada, first Saint to touch that ball. And now headed away by Michael Santillo. Saints out of the game by the way of Roberto Santillo. The injured players walking along the outside of the field right now to get back to the Saints bench. He is out for a while. No guarantee that we will see him later in this game. International, with the 2-goal lead, has possession of the ball right now. Until Mohamed Rashid sends it the other direction. On the far side, this is Trujillo. Pass back to Aaron Ortega. Ortega gives a big kick downfield. Makes him the closest one to that ball wearing white. It was tracked down by the defense of the Trojans first, and they were able to clear it out of harm's way. Right at midfield down the far sideline. Nice tackle by Qatar Hamoudi to keep it alive for the Fighting Saints. Now Santillo heads it forward. Hamoudi on the far side. Pass back to Rashid. Mohamed Rashid down the near sideline. Hooks up with Anthony Scripp off his chest. Scripp rolls it forward. He's stripped up. The foul is going to be called. next one just outside the box. Anthony Scribb was tripped. 2 yards forward, we're looking at a penalty kick right now, but it is going to be a pretty good position for the Fighting Saints to get a free kick in. This one even a little bit closer than the one they had late in the first half that nearly resulted in a goal. Mohamed Rashid elected to pass that one off and give Hamoudi a chance to score, but we'll see if this time he tries to put it directly on the net. Something he's been able to do pretty successfully over the years at St. Francis. Rashid sets it up. He does have Hamoudi directly in front of him. And a wall of blue shirts in front of that. Rashid will put this one on the net, but it's a little bit high, and over the crossbar out of bounds. So Rashid, who is tied for the team lead with 3 goals, is unable to add number 4 right there. Instead, it's a goal kick. Yankee has it set up to give it the boot the other way. Cross midfield. Over the head of Mason Messina. Knocked out of bounds by Stephen Campbell. Hit by DeFelice. DeFelice gets around the defender. Still with him the whole way, and finally knocked out of bounds by Mason Messina. He's thrown in by West Ditchfield. To the outside, DeFelice once again, right in front of the sideline. Trying to work his way around Campbell, down into the corner. He shoots from long range and he skies it beyond the net's borders and out of bounds. Goal kick for the Saints. "39 minutes, 20 seconds to play in today's game. 2-0 Trinity International. St. Francis' defense has done a nice job of clamping down since earlier in the game when the Trojans were getting a lot more opportunities than they have lately. But they still find themselves trailing 2-0. That's one of the themes of this season for the Saints. Obviously, the season hasn't gone as they would have liked it to go. They're 1-7. They finished last year with just 2 victories. And it's a hollow victory in many ways, but they have been more competitive this year. There's one positive you can take from 2016 so far. Almost all of their losses this year, in fact, every one of their losses, all 7 of them, have come by either 1 or 2 goals. One of them in overtime. A lot more 3 or 4 goal losses last year, so they have improved in that regard, but and it's a hollow victory when you're still losing a game. So it's been the same story today, that they've been competitive to this point. Not been able to break through and score yet. Shut out in their last game. St. Xavier picked up their first victory of the season on Tuesday, 2-0. Handball there against St. Francis. So the Trojans will get a free kick. Last Saturday night, Saints were very competitive against the resurgent Robert Morris team. But they fell in that game here at home, 3-2. Last win came back on August 21st, right here, against Rochester. Goal kick coming up for the Saints, 37.5 minutes to play in today's game. 0-4 in conference, looking for their first conference win since November of 2014 against these Trinity International Trojans. Kick goes down the sideline to Mason Messina, taps it back to himself. Now closer to the middle of the field to Strada, heading over to Leon Laskowski. Laskowski boots it downfield to Abel Trujillo, but goes right past Trujillo's foot. Well, not happy about himself for that one. Had a chance to control that ball, but he slightly misplayed it. Straight past him out of bounds. Trojans in control. This is TJ Cake. Rolls it ahead of him. Now back across midfield. Lost by the Saints. Trojans once again take control of possession. Rashid steps up defensively and knocks it away for the Saints. Now Michael Santillo gives it a big kick high in the air. He'll come down in front of Abel Trujillo, and Trujillo unable to win that ball for the Saints. Instead it goes back to the Trojans. Messina heads it away. Over to Leskowski. Messina now in midfield. Saints able to hold on possession here. See if they can turn it into a shot on the other end. Not this time. For the moment anyway by Peter Cooley. Poked away by Reagan, right back to the defender of St. Francis, Mohamed Rashid. Ortega off to the far sideline to Abel Trujillo. Trujillo rolls it down the sideline where it's easily picked off by Noah Smith. Smith sends it the other direction for the Trojans. Felice unable to haul that one in. Cleared briefly by Stephen Campbell. Now does the Trojans into the box, centering and deflected away. That was Stephen Campbell, got it out of the way for the moment. Now a shot is just wide from DeFelice. The junior from Rwanda nearly picked up the goal right there, as he got the rebound off of the initial Stephen Campbell stop and sailed it just wide of the target. Off the goal kick, it's a battle for the ball. It's won by Carter Hoody of St. Francis. Immediately kicks it away. West Litchfield knocks back for the Trojans. Here comes a run for Trinity. Brennan Joseph, who scored a goal earlier today, leaves it off to the right side. DeFelice crosses to the back post. A little bit too strong and headed away. Trojans back in the box, and there's nobody in blue near Stephen Campbell right now. Looked initially like he wanted to give that ball a big kick, but he didn't size it up quite right, so in the end he decided just to back off and let that ball go out the back line for a goal kick. 2-0 Trinity International lead, just over 34 minutes to play in the game. Noah Jaudet sends away the kick, wearing a neon goalkeeper's top with black shorts. Messina making a run, trying to get by Jared Yonke, wearing orange as the goalkeeper of the Trojans. Messina loses possession. Trinity takes it away. Off on the far sideline, coming back to the middle. TJ Cake kicks it towards midfield. It is not controlled by the Trojans on the initial kick from Cake. Leon Leskowski has taken it for the home team. Leskowski passed it back to Estrada, and Estrada was unable to gain control of that ball. In a panic, he lunged for it, and he ended up fouling Nathaniel Michaelis. Free kick right at midfield for the Trojans. It's all the way down into the box, and a little bit too hard to reach anybody. Goes out of bounds. It was briefly deflected by St. Francis, making it a throw-in for the Trojans here. Noah Smith has been handling all throw-ins on either side. So he'll come all the way up from defense. He's got an assist on one of these throws earlier today. Let's see if he can put this one right in front of the net as well. Lobbed in right in front of the net. Mohamed Rashid gets his head on it first and knocks it away. Now a deep shot deflected, back into the box, and offsides is the call. Phil Parker got up in front of that one. Parker looked like he was in good position to score. Was in too good position. Jaudet's kick is headed away by Brennan Joseph. Headed right back for the Saints to Carter Moody. Down the field for Leon Leskowski. He heads it beyond Noah Smith's range. And down towards the sideline. Smith keeps it in bounds. And Smith gives a kick down the sideline. Deflected at midfield and knocked back into Trinity territory where it is cleared. DeFelice feints a kick off to Brennan Joseph. Joseph in a foot race with Stephen Campbell. Campbell gets in front of him, and Mohamed Rashid comes over to clean it up. Rashid battling with DeFelice. Tries to get it to Anthony Strip. Strip pushed from behind out of bounds. It was Brennan Joseph who got his foot on that ball and knocked it away. Now Mason Messina is tripped up, and Messina will fall down and get the free kick called in favor of St. Francis. 31.5 minutes to go. Still a 2-goal deficit for the Fighting Saints. She sets himself for the kick. Deflected. Back to Jose Estrada. Now along the sideline. Scott Moody getting in the midfield. Moody sends it to Anthony Scribb. Scribb is able to get around a couple of defenders. Not in great position right now. Looking in control, but he takes a shot and it's too high. Nice work though by Anthony Scribb. Initially it looked like he was going to lose that ball right away, but somehow while he was losing his balance, he held on to the ball and then took a shot from long range, but couldn't pull it in. Miguel Duran back in for Abel Trujillo. We saw Duran late in the first half as well. And now with 30 minutes to go in this game, he returns to the field. Duran right now, passing off to Stephen Campbell. Gets around Brennan Joseph, but can't get around Felice. Knocks it away from Laskowski. Laskowski makes pass ahead to Scribb. Scribb in the box. Too strong on that last touch. And Yankee is able to come up and scoop up the loose ball. Great run from really everybody involved in that play. Beautiful pass from Laskowski to Scribb. Scribb made a couple of nice touches, but the last one was too hard. And before he could gear up to take a shot, kicked it right into the goalie's waiting hands. Still 2-0 Trinity. Trojans in position to strike again. This is Reagan. Reagan fires it forward. There's a shot and it's high. That shot came from Phil Parker. 20 yards out, dead center. He turned and fired, and it was high and out of bounds. We've seen a few of those in this game. Close calls that were just a little bit too high for the goal. Mason Messina on the other sideline. Messina, big kick downfield, looking for Miguel Duran. Duran can't reach it. It's knocked away from him and out of bounds. Rowan coming up here for the Saints. This is where the Trojans have thrived today. Throw-ins from this stage of the field. The Saints are not quite as aggressive. They just play it backwards and try to set up the offense. It's hit up into the air by Estrada and headed away by Trinity. Now back in possession of Ian Laskowski. Laskowski has a tackle away from him just outside the box. Good defensive play there. Hui was able to come up with the stop. Back downfield and out of bounds. Campbell will throw it in. He has to drop back quite a ways before he can do so. The ball's downfield. And now Campbell lobs it in. It's kicked right back by the Trojans. Connor Moody jumps in front of it. Moody backs up to the defensive zone and knocked off towards Michael Santillo. Trojans called for a handball there. They did get the call. They made it to the far end of the field. Back in Trojan territory, Miguel Duran trying to control the ball against Christian Street. Street ends up knocking the ball away from Duran and whistled for a foul. Free kick here for the Saints just beyond midfield. They go completely across the field, but there's nobody there. Easily taken away by DeFelice. Now DeFelice's on a big run against Mohamed Rashid. Rashid comes in, makes the stop, backing up Stephen Campbell. Out of bounds, Trojan throw-in. Under a half hour to play in the game now. We're approaching the 27-minute mark. Substitution for Trinity. Julian Rajka is into the game. And coming out is number 19, Nathaniel Hayes. Noah Smith tosses it in. Again into the box, again headed away. Ball loose, about 15 yards out. A chance here for Rajka, and he passes it out. Here's TJ Cake from long range diving, stopped by Noah Jaudet. Good effort by TJ Cake. Jaudet makes the good save. Punt Punted downfield. Miguel Duran tries to make the leaping header, but it's beyond him. And it's TJ Cake controlling for the Trojans. Cake off to the right side, roll out to DiFelice along the sideline. He backs out, working slowly, passes to the middle of the field. Cake against Estrada. Passes off to his left, nearly deflected away. Now it is taken away by Miguel Duran. Duran downfield looking for Laskowski. Long run for Laskowski, and he ends up getting to that ball. Now it's 1-on-2 as Laskowski gets some help from Messina on the middle of the field. He pulls back, gets around the defender. There's a shot and a good save by Yankee. Great run by Leon Laskowski. He comes up a little bit short as Yankee makes the play. They remain in a 2-0 score. Trinity International has led ever since 10 minutes in. They extend their lead in the 32nd minute. It's been 2-0 ever since. Last 35 minutes of this game, 34 minutes of this game. It's been 2-0. Plenty of time for both teams to get on the board here. We'd like to see just one team get on the board. They need to score at least twice. DiFelice making a good run, but Jawdat hops out, makes the save, and then jumps out of the box. Noah Jawdat came up with Francesco DiFelice racing in. He had to make the play very quickly, and so he leaped in front of DiFelice. He made the save, but immediately afterwards, he took one extra hop that he didn't need to take, and he stepped out of the box, so he's not allowed to touch the ball with his hands outside the box. Free kick, and then he punted the ball out of bounds. Jawdat gets a yellow card, and a free kick here for the Trojans. 16 yards out, just to the right. Good opportunity right here as the clock is stopped with 24:57, and a third goal could go a long way towards putting this game in the win column for the Trojans. 3 men behind it. Cake, DiFelice, and Reagan. No indication yet as to which of the three will actually take the kick. There's the whistle, and it's going to be DiFelice playing it off to Reagan. Reagan will take the shot, and it's deflected by Hamuti out of bounds for a corner kick. All things considered, that went pretty well for the Saints. Trojans didn't even get a good shot off, and now they'll have a corner kick. Still a chance to get a good shot off here, but that was a very dangerous position to give up a free kick. Luke Stell is back in the game. We saw the freshman Stell in the first half as well. He replaces Brennan Joseph, another freshman, who scored a goal earlier tonight. There's Reagan's kick to the back post, and a little bit too strong, as he was looking on the backside there for the diving West Ditchfield. Couldn't hook up with him, and the threat is over, at least that particular threat. Jawdat will get a free kick here. So that one went out the back line. Down the middle of the field, it's headed back by the Trojans right at Rashid. Rashid touches it once off to his right, and now cleared the other way for Mason Messina. Messina looking at the ball on the outside, pulls it back at the script. Script between the legs of Stell, the defender, but Messina trying to get it right back to script and ends up kicking it out of bounds. Trojans on the move once again. Nice kick from DiFelice, knocked off Rashid and out of bounds. Throwing here for the Trojans, it's DiFelice, dropping it down. And he'll let Ditchfield toss it in instead. Headed away initially, right back to Ditchfield, we'll let it roll out of bounds. We'll get another throw in from the exact same spot, courtesy of Michael Santillo's header. If this one in the box to DiFelice, the script steps in and knocks it away. Off the chest of Mason Messina. Messina trips up as he runs down the field. And Mason Messina will draw the foul there, giving St. Francis a free kick. Rashid looking around, now instead he'll decide to take his time and allow his teammates to make their way downfield a little further. Now he makes the approach and a big kick down to the opposite end. And right at the defender, headed away by Christian Street. Trojans making their way down the field now. A long run to get to that ball for Rajka, and he can't quite make it. Michael Santillo got in his way. Good defense by Santillo. He knocks it out of bounds. Now we've got an injured Saint way on the other side of the field. He's down on his knees right now to get a number. Let's see what it is. They're going to have to call the training staff over. Been a costly day for the Saints. They trail 2-0 with 22 minutes and 21 seconds to play a game. They lost Roberto Santini's injury earlier in the game. He seems to be doing okay. He's been on the bench stretching for a while now, so we may even have the opportunity to see him later today, but if not, hopefully the injury is not serious at all. The injured man right now is Aaron Ortega. I'm not sure what happened to him. I don't think there was any contact play. So he may have tweaked something as he was running around out there. He was completely on the opposite end of the field when the referee noticed that he was down on the ground and blew the whistle, called for play to stop. Ortega is walking off the field under his own strength, but he'll walk off the field. He's done for the time being. And Abel Trujillo, who started and has played most of the game today, is back in there right now. Again, 22-21 on the clock, we're ready to resume. Michael Santillo is trotting off the field right now as well. The referee is walking behind him. He's going to get some treatment from the trainer as well. I'm not sure what this is about. He may have an open cut, something like that. So he had to come off, and Aaron Ortega is going to go back in to take Santillo's place. The initial stoppage in the game was because of an Ortega injury. Now with Santillo having to come out to get cleaned up, Ortega takes his spot. Now we finally get a throw-in from Trinity International. Into the box and in front of the net, and it rolls to the back end of that box, and Anthony Strip is able to knock it out of bounds. So another throw-in from Ditchfield, this time from the exact opposite end. And it's knocked out of bounds again by Stephen Campbell this time. He's got another throw-in coming for the Trojans. They lead 2-0. Under 22 minutes to play in the box once again. Had the defense there, he's able to knock it away from Reagan. Kind of wrapped up for a little while. Trojans were looking for a call that they didn't get. Laskowski trying to control the ball, unable to do so, knocked the other way, right at midfield. Knocked back by the Trojans. Down to the corner, and that ball will go out of bounds along the sideline, just in front of the flag. So it'll be a throw-in for the Saints as Michael Santillo is cleaned up and ready to come back in. What's he going to come in for? Looks like Miguel Duran. It was a weird sequence. Ortega had to leave with an injury. So Trujillo replaced him. But then without a single second coming off the clock, Santillo had to leave the game, and Ortega came right back to replace him. Ortega apparently healthy enough to remain in the game right now, and Coach Dan Cross has elected to stick with Trujillo over Duran as he brings Santillo back out there. 2-0 in the final 20 minutes of today's game. Saints have played much better defense in this second half, but they haven't been able to get the offensive side going, and they're going to need to in a hurry. Not a lot of time to score 2 or more goals. The throw-in from Noah Smith immediately headed away by the Saints. Downfield somewhat, that's TJ Cake trying to send it back in the direction of Trinity. There's a collision, no call made either way. Stephen Campbell racing down the field for the Fighting Saints. And Laskowski has the ball taken away from him by Luke Stell. At midfield, Rashid pops up knocks it out of bounds. Throw in for the Trojans. West Ditchfield throws it in. On the foot of Stout. Stout loses it. Carter Moody working for that ball for the Saints against Reagan unsuccessfully. Now he does deflect it away from Reagan. Leon Laskowski trying to chase down a loose ball. He can't quite get to it. Instead, TJ Cake's the first one to reach it. Cake will let it go out of bounds because he knows that it was last touched by a Saint. And he can set up a team throw-in. Throw-in comes from Noah Smith. Or rather, Christian Street, sorry. And right back out of bounds off the Saint Street. We'll throw it in again. Cleared by Aaron Ortega. Now here's Anthony Scripp. Scripp a little bit too strong on the first touch. Loses it right back to the Trojan defense. Regas rolled ahead and beyond everybody's reach. Jawdat will range over to his right, pick that ball up. He's near the side of that box once again, so he's got to be careful. He did touch the ball outside the box a few minutes ago, set up a dangerous free kick that did not lead to a Trinity International goal. Cleared by Yonke. Back to Muhammad Rashid. Rashid for the Saints makes his way by a couple of defenders, still going. Now he rolls it out to the right side and makes it to Messina. Messina taps ahead to Trujillo. Trujillo working his way back to the middle of the field. His pass is deflected up in the air. Scripp looking for the ball, but he can't get there in front of Christian Street. And here come the Trojans once again. West Ditchfield across midfield up to DeFelice. DeFelice with two defenders on him, passes off to Ditchfield, and Stephen Campbell there for an interception, as Hamoudi is able to clear it for the St. Francis defense. Long run Leon Laskowski, he can't reach that ball, it's deflected by Noah Smith and knocked the other way. Stephen Campbell defensively for the Saints picks that ball up. Tap back to Rashid. Rashid one touch forward. Cannot hook up with Estrada. Down left side, that'll go out of bounds. And the throw-in belongs to Trinity International. 17 minutes to go in today's game. We've got a 2-0 score in favor of the visitors. Saints have been shut out twice this year, including their most recent games. They're trying to avoid back-to-back shutouts. Throw-in comes into the box, no Jawdat, an easy stop to get rid of that ball. Trojans on the move once against DeFelice. Taken away by Hamoudi. Messina. Back to Hamoudi, but between his legs it goes off to Francesco DeFelice. He tries to keep him down, but he can't. Another throw in for the Saints. A few subs coming on for the Trojans. As we see Nathaniel Michaelis come back in along with Kyle McNamara. Michaelis has played the majority of the game. McNamara we saw for a few minutes in the first half. He's out there once again 16 minutes to go in the second half. Saints have made a substitution as well. Roberto Santillan is back in the game, and that is good news. He left early in the second half with an injury, but fit to play once again. As Jose Estrada heads out to the bench. Battling for the ball right now. Stephen Campbell has it deflected out of bounds. Campbell was the last one to touch it. Trojan throw-in. Here's West Ditchfield setting up to toss it in. Ditchfield goes back into the box, but Rashid will let it roll out of bounds along the back line. And a great throw in that time. It does set up St. Francis goal kick. Jawdat's got it set up. And he sends it away. Too high for Santillan. Back off the foot of Reagan, works his way forward. Zach Reagan in the middle of the field, tackled from behind by Connor Hammoudi. I think Hammoudi's going to be booked for this. He's already got one yellow card, and there's number 2. So Hammoudi's day should be done. That would be his second yellow card. Tackling Zach Reagan. There's the red card to confirm at 14:45 to go in today's game. The Saints will have to play without one of their top players the rest of the way. Not only that, but they'll have to play without one of their players, period, the rest of the way. So already trailing by 2 goals with just under 15 minutes to play. The odds have gotten longer, as now they've got to go shorthanded. Not only that, but the Trojans have a free kick here from just to the left of the center, of dead center. 28 yards off target. And a chance to score a goal on a free kick right here. TJ Cake and Zach Reagan up near that ball. Cake has taken the majority of the free kicks today. This time he'll tap it lightly to Reagan, who sends it towards the box on the ground and well wide of the net. Not a great free kick right there from the Trojans, and they are unable to extend their lead to 3 goals. But it's looking very comfortable for them right now, up by 2, and up by 1 man on the field as well. Takes away from Jodas, headed by Santian, up ahead for Leon Laskowski, but there are 5 defenders there. Laskowski cannot get around them. Now back on the defensive line, St. Francis is headed forward to Zach Reagan. Reagan trying to move ahead for Trinity unsuccessfully. There's Mohamed Rashid for the Saints, Stephen Campbell. Campbell in a no man's land, intercepted by TJ Cake. Cake sends it backwards. Trojans in part killing time now. We've still got long ways to go in this game, just under 14 minutes to play, so it's not like they're going to sit on their laurels here. No need to hurry, already up 2 goals. Stephen Campbell clears it. Campbell on the far sideline, near the line, but it'll stay in bounds. There's a big kick into the box and an easy stop for Noah Jodas. Fighting Saints, on the other hand, have to move at a bit of a quicker pace right now than they have throughout the night. They're moving slowly. They are fully in desperation mode right now. They've had several injuries, although both guys who have gotten hurt have returned to the game, and now they've got another one. Leon Laskowski is down on the ground on the far end of the field. He was grabbing at his face, so I don't know if the ball hit him where he didn't want it to. Seems to be okay, it's just a little bit shaken up. 13-12 on the clock as it stops. Ready to continue. So right back to St. Francis to resume play. Rashid downfield, headed away by Trinity. There's Stell. Stell's pass is deflected by Stephen Campbell. Gets control once again. Down the right side for Reagan. Too far for Reagan. Out of bounds for a goal kick. Jodas, and midfield is controlled by the Trojans, and a foul call. TJ Cake was muscled away from that ball. Cake got a free kick as a result. Pass to the left side, Reagan. Reagan takes a shot from far out, deflected off of somebody, took a weird hop out of bounds. It was a Saint that it deflected off of, and therefore we'll have a corner kick coming up here for Trinity International. Trojans now just 12 minutes away from improving to 3-0-1 in conference. Olivet Nazarene, the only other team with an unbeaten record in conference. They played Roosevelt today. Off to the back end of the net on the corner kick. And the Scripps able to get rid of it. Now cleared by Messina. in possession. The near sideline, there's nobody there. Stout is able to take it away. There's a chance in the box, and it's knocked away out of bounds. It's going to be a foul against Trinity. Kyle McNamara, sophomore midfielder, was the one who got it close there and had a chance to score. But McNamara was well defended. And now another injured Saint. It's become all too common in this game for St. Francis. Again, none of the injuries have been serious. Everybody who has gotten hurt at some point has returned to the game, but just the same. A lot of guys have been shaken up down there, and it's something that you never want to see. Well, that Nazarene earlier today defeated the team that had been in second place in the CCAC. It's Roosevelt. So all of that remains one of two unbeatens with Trinity International, the other. Trojans have played one fewer game than the Tigers have, and both sides have one tie. Saints can still deliver the first loss of the season to the Trojans, but they need to score at least 2 goals in the next 10 minutes and 50 seconds as Mason Messina runs directly into Jared Yonke, the goalkeeper, trying to knock that ball out of Yonke's hands. He succeeded in that, but it's not exactly legal. So the whistle blew, and now Yonke will have a chance to kick with no defense in front of him. Ball set up just outside the box. And kick is away. Nicely controlled by DiFelice off a good pass from Kyle McNamara. And another free kick coming up for Trinity. For that solid play, the only defense for St. Francis wasn't fouling. Free kick from 35 yards out, rolled into the box. Reagan turns to shoot, it's deflected, and knocked away by Mohamed Rashid. Ball loose in the box again. Jawad jumps in on that ball. He grabs it on a short hop, actually deflected it on a short hop, and then dove on top of it. Not in literal sense, I guess, just standing. But he pounced for it. Now going down St. Francis' way again. They still have not come close to scoring in the second half. They played much better defensively in the second half than they did, especially early in the first. But they haven't been able to get any really good shots off. Their best opportunity to score came late in the first half off of a free kick. Jared Yonke made a very impressive save to keep the shutout intact. Trojans this year began the season 1-4. Currently on a 4-game unbeaten streak, trying to make a 5-game unbeaten streak now. They haven't lost since September 10th against Campbellsville. During that time, they only have 2 wins, but they also have tied twice. Strip loses control of the ball. Back to the Trojans, and DiFelice making a run to the left side. And now into the box. Stepping in defensively is Santillo, and he makes a nice play to dive in front of that ball and make the defensive stand, knocking it out of bounds to set up a Trojans throw-in. Trojans have 2 shutouts this season. One of them a 1-0 victory against Clark back on August 30th. The other a 0-0 tie 2 weeks ago against St. Xavier. Kennedy Strip rolling it down the sideline. Picked up by Reagan. Reagan knocks it ahead, deflected by Santian. 8 minutes even on the clock. Saints still chasing 2 goals. Leon Leskowski backs it out, rolls it off for Trujillo. Now Mason Messina. Messina going hard against the defense. He's tripped up. Saints are trying to avoid being shut out for the 3rd time this year. Trojans are trying to get their 3rd shutout of the year. Mohamed Rashid set for the free kick here. 30 yards out, slightly to the left of the goal. He's He's got Messina and Scribb out in front of him. See if they try a trick like they did back in the first half again. Or if Rashid tries to put this one in the back of the net all on his own. Whistle blows, he's ready to make the approach. Here's the kick. He does try to put it on the net, but it's fielded on one hop by the goalie Jared Yankee. Keeper will roll it off to the left side after preventing another goal from scoring. He's had a good night in that today. Hasn't been challenged too many times, but he's been up to the task every time he has. Down to the final 6.5 minutes. Here's Stell. Getting the pass from Ditchfield, rolling off in the middle of the field. There's nobody there. Trujillo able to take away. Trujillo, long ball forward to Anthony Scribb. And knocked away and out of bounds by Peter Cooey. McMillan, Miguel Duran come in. Leon Laskowski, Abel Trujillo come out for the Saints. Fresh blood offensively. To try to use some of that extra energy to tack on some late goals here. Rashid around one defender, not around the second. Stell is able to clear us. Ortega trying to set something up for the Fighting Saints here. Ortega will keep the ball inbounds, but he deflects it off Di Felice. Back out for a throw-in. Into Santillan. Pass back to Santillo. Down the middle of the field, Scribb will try to make a run, but a little bit too late. As Yankee's able to step in and make the stop. Yankee will kill a few seconds before punting it deep down the middle of the field. Trojans on the move. There's a shot from long range and an easy stop for Jardin off of Francesco Di Felice's attempt. Miller heads it down the middle of the field. And Mason Messina there on the receiving end. Got by a couple of Trojans. Messina looking ahead. He had both Duran and Scribb down there, but couldn't meet either of them. Instead, the Trojans able to easily clear. Now Mohamed Rashid throws Kyle McNamara to the ground. Rashid is still down. The whistle blew. Rashid, I think, lost his balance and grabbed McNamara. Trying to prop himself up and ended up yanking McNamara all the way to the ground in the process. And a sub will come on for Trinity International. Stell back out and Brennan Joseph back in. Joseph scored a goal back in the first half, the first goal in fact. It goes the game winner. If St. Francis can't score. Stell gave him a short rest. Joseph back out there now. Here's Messina. Messina taps it off to Scribb on the left side. Anthony Scribb racing down the sideline. Slides Brennan Joseph. The ball rolls out of bounds. And referee's last touch by Anthony Scribb. Trojans get a throw in. Ditchfield tosses it in. It's being intercepted by Scribb. He falls and Reagan takes over. Zach Reagan, nice behind the back kick, but he finds Mason Messina instead of a teammate. Messina to Scribb, tries to cut it back towards the middle. Scribb looking around Reagan, tripped up, loses control of the ball. Now the whistle blows. 3:19 to go, the clock stops. Scribb and Reagan got tangled up. Reagan whistled for the foul. Another chance for Mohamed Rashid. A little over 30 yards out, and again, just to the left of the net. Rashid tried to score off a free kick a few moments ago, came up short as Yankee made the stop. Rashid this time will chip it into the box, looking for some help from a teammate. It is knocked to the wide side on the left. It'll go out of bounds, just wide. on the shot off the free kick from Muhammad Rashid. The Saints nearly able to put one in there, but now as the clock approaches 3 minutes, they've got a throw in, and still in desperation mode as they try to erase a 2-0 deficit. Nick Miller will throw it in. Lobs it in deep towards the middle, and it's headed away by the defense. All the way back to Aaron Ortega, the defender back for the Saints. Ortega gives it a big kick forward, looking for Muhammad Rashid. And instead he finds Christian Street. And a foul is called to Street. He was hitting the head. He jerked his head back there as though he needed to recover, so couldn't have been too bad a shot. But there was some contact made, and as a result, free kick here for the Trojans. Nick Miller down the sideline. Miller pulls up with Francesco Di Felice in his face, and he passes off. Now gets it right back. Downfield from Miguel Durant, out of bounds. Throw in for the Trojans. 2 minutes to play. Zach Reagan. Reagan will get a free kick, or somebody on St. Francis will anyway, because Mohammed Rashid uses his hands to grab at him. TJ Cake was setting up for the kick, but instead it'll be taken by Noah Smith. Smith sends it deep downfield and out of bounds for a goal kick. Ball quickly thrown back out on the field, and John Datt will set it up for the kick. Not a lot of time now for the Saints, down by 2. At midfield, the goal kick is controlled by the opposing team. The team tries to get it back for St. Francis, but TJ Cake claims possession. St. team on the tackle ahead for Muhammad Rashid. Rashid rolls it forward for Miguel Durant. Durant is into the box. Not in great position right now as he tries to get around the defender. Pass back to Rashid. Rashid lobs it in, and too strong for Mason Messina. Messina stands just 5'7". And no chance to sky up and knock that ball in. You'd have to have been about 6'7". So now under a minute to play, this one is looking to be just about wrapped up for the Trojans. Yankee sends away the goal kick across midfield. And downfield further for the Trojans, who will let it roll. Out of bounds for a Saints throw-in. They'll take one last shot at the target here. Try to break up this shutout. This is Miguel Durant. Durant deflects it off of Christian Street. And out of bounds for another throw-in. 20 seconds to go. Ortega into Rashid. Rashid off for Stephen Campbell on the left side. Campbell sends it down to the box. It's intercepted. Peter Cooey got to that ball. West Ditchfield cleared it. And that will do it as the Saints drop their 7th consecutive contest today by a final score of 2-0. Second straight 2-0 losses. They've now been shut out in consecutive games by St. Xavier and Trinity International. Not the game they were looking for today. There were certainly some positives as they played well in the second half. The defense, really after the first 10 minutes or so of the game, the defense stepped up. Kind of a freak play that led to Trinity International's second goal. The defense did not look sharp for the Saints early on today, but the last 75 or 80 minutes really did. But they gave up 2 goals in the first half, and that was enough because they couldn't get the offense going. Jared Yankee made a couple of nice saves for Trinity International, but other than that, it was the defense of the Trojans stepping up and really not allowing anything good to come for the Saints. They did not have a whole lot of opportunities. Final score 2-0. Let's look over the scoring and how it occurred in today's game. Again, it was all pretty early. Both goals were scored in the first half. Brennan Joseph got the first. That was kind of an odd one, too, because it came immediately off of the throw-in. You don't see a whole lot of assists off the throw-ins, but Noah Smith did pick up his first assist of the season. Tossing it in front of the net, Brennan Joseph was able to then kick it into the back of the net. For Joseph, it was the first goal of his collegiate career. About 20 or so minutes later, 32nd minute of the game, Trinity International doubled their lead. This was also off the throw, and this time it was cleared initially off the throw, but on the rebound, Zach Reagan was able to poke it in from the right side. A good long shot, really impressive play from Reagan, actually. A very nice shot. It was his fourth goal of the season. That is a team lead, and Reagan made it 2-0. That was all the Trojans would need in this one. The Saints had some opportunities late in the first half, especially off of a free kick. They nearly got their first goal, and they had a few chances late in the second half as well, but they were not able to push one through against Jared Yanni and company. And the final score does go as Trinity International 2, St. Francis 0. So that's going to do it for our broadcast for today. St. Francis with the loss falls to 1-8 overall. They're now 0-5 in conference play. Trinity International is 500 for the first time since they were 1-1. They're now 4-4-2. They are a near perfect 3-0-1 in conference. There are no perfect teams in the conference this year. I mistakenly said earlier that there were 2 undefeated teams. There are actually 3. St. Xavier is 1-0-2. So they play fewer games. They only have 1 win, but they are in action right now against Judson, and they technically have not lost yet. Olivet Nazarene leads the way at 4-0-1, and Trinity International now just happening behind them at 3 wins, 0 losses, and 1 tie. Saints, one of 2 teams, along with Trinity Christian, still looking for their first conference win. Those 2 teams will play each other October 29th. The Saints are certainly counting on them not looking for their first win of the season still by that point. They'll have plenty more opportunities to try to get on the board. But today did not go in their favor. They fall 2-0 to Trinity International. Next game for the Saints is coming up on Wednesday at Purdue Northwest. It's a 3 o'clock in the afternoon game. After that, they'll play at home on Tuesday, October 11th against Judson. That will be our next broadcast here at home, Tuesday the 11th, 7 o'clock start time against Judson. Hope you'll join us for that, but that's going to do it for today's broadcast. So until next time, this is Terry Bonadonna signing off for the University of St. Francis. Good night, all.